Okay, hello. I'm so excited to be here with Miss Diana from Wellness is Essential with Diana. And we are going to have a quick conversation with you about hand sanitizers, both what you can get a hold of, from your doTERRA account, as well as making your own and sort of really keeping in mind, the CDC requirements or, suggestions, whatever you want to say, and what options you have if, say, maybe you're not an OnGuard person, right? There are those people and some young kids, for whatever reason, just are like, I don't know about that cinnamon, but we do have other options for you. So I'm so excited to have you here, Miss Diana.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Do you ever think about how wild it is, how in the modern age now we have this quick hand sanitizer situation where before we always had to get to a sink and wash our hands, and to get people to do that was a lot harder than it is to just.
Absolutely, especially when we are out and about. And now, I mean, you're like me, you've been a parent for 24, 25 years, right? And when you have kids, I remember when my first three were younger, it was this constant, when you're out and about, like, okay, Manny, you take the boys to the bathroom, I'll take these, the girls to the bathroom, and everybody get their hands washed up, because we're gonna just go ahead and like eat something like on the go even. Or you would use, do you remember, I don't know if you ever did this, I remember using like the diaper wipes, to clean kids' hands and stuff, because you just needed to get, well, it works for getting the sticky off, but you know what I'm saying? Like you're in the car or it's just, yeah, you're right. It's so much more convenient. I love having the spray. For me, the spray is my favorite. I know a lot of people like more of like a gel, which I totally like. I like it too. But for me, the spray is the easiest, because first off, you don't need anything else. There's nothing like even with the wipes, then you have the wipe, right? What do you do with this thing? And then, but I feel like the spray's like, and I mean, I literally have it attached to my purse or my backpack on like a little pull stringy lanyard. Actually, I would show it to you, but Manny has it right now. He's traveling, so he took, pulls. You know what I'm talking about, a retractable wheelie bob, so that you can pull it out and just everybody just kind of down the line,
That's awesome.
And off we go. You're right. It's so much easier.
It is. Less time consuming and more instant, like, you touched, come on. I mean, we know we touched something yucky or came around like someplace that every single person on the planet has put their hands on it. And we don't know that they even took the time to wash their hands after they were in the bathroom, much less sneezing or anything.
Well, and I will say, it's hard to say anything good can come out of the last couple years, but how disgusting were our hands? Like now when I think about how often I'm so like hyper aware of everything I touch, if I'm shopping or I'm out and about or anything, and it's almost like I can feel it. Like I can feel, I'm like, ooh, it's like, imagine if everything you touched left like a little bit of like marshmallow on your finger, and so then you would be like, oh, I got to get this off my hands. That's how I feel. It's like
we have like germo vision or some kind of thing like that now. We didn't have that before, well, some of us didn't have that before.
Yeah.
Some of us were already like,
this is true,
right? A little intense about it, but others of us were just like happy, living on a cloud, and now we have germo vision. Ooh, it's on that. Ooh, it's everywhere. Ooh.
Exactly. So let's talk really quick about, the CDC recommendations. So if you guys remember, we had a period of time where there was a shortage in the world of hand sanitizer, right? And so we got these recommendations for what to make. What can you make at home that is as effective with over-the-counter things that you find, either online, drugstore, whatever, right? And so what the main key component that you want to be sure to include is going to be some form of alcohol, right? You really want to get there anywhere between 60 and 95% of whatever container you're using needs to be alcohol. You need to have that alcohol in there in order for it, according to the CDC, in order for it to properly kill off quickly anything that is on your hands, that germ-evision, clean the germ-evision screen, right? So that's important to know. If you're making your own, because let's say you run out of your OnGuard hand sanitizer, or you find yourself someplace, or maybe you just, like I said, maybe you prefer a different formulation for whatever reason. Be sure that you have that alcohol content in there in order to be certain that you are killing off the things that are making us sick. Okay. So I want to throw that out there. But from there, you can just have yourself a good old time, right? Of putting together whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
So Diana, we have what? We have this one and this one. Do you want to share? What can we buy at doTERRA? Like in our back office, what can we purchase that's already pre-made for us to be able to, have our hands be clean?
Right. Well, in August, we can get our little back to school essentials kit, which is an excellent kit because it's got the actual foaming hand wash in it, including the dispenser, plus has 3 mists in it. And it also has the little individually packaged wipes. So the OnGuard wipes, which are excellent. And my kids actually were and my kids are big, sorry, my adult children, they like to use them. Like my son shops and he looks for stuff and it's usually at a like vintage or collectible thing. And so it's germy, right? So he just takes those with him and he's got that to like clean them off immediately when he brings them, when he purchases them, so that he doesn't have to be touching something that's been, handled excessively. So he really loves those. And then they both were like, oh yeah, it just takes anything sticky right off, no problem.
Yeah.
I like that we're all equipped with the
hand sanitizer. Yeah.
And the bathrooms are equipped with the soap. So, and you really get a great deal with that. So,
well, those 3 products are amazing. In August of 2021, yes, you can get an amazing deal. So snag that. If you're watching this after that, though, do the wellness kit, the immunity wellness kit. You're also going to get those products in that collection over a 3-month period. It's like a subscription box, right? And so you're going to get a fantastic deal. So either way, no matter when you're watching, you can take advantage of it, even less than the wholesale price that you're already getting in your back office, where you go in and order. I call it that, but that way you just get a greater savings. And this is the type of thing that you always want to be stocked up on. My daughter just did a little inventory for me yesterday. And it turns out I have like 9 of these hand sanitizers. And I started to go, yeah, you would think, right? But here's the deal.
But you have 7 people. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
But you're running low is what we're saying. Low. You've got no backup.
Right. Now, here's the deal though. When this happens, what I really do like to do, and I've started doing this a little bit more, mostly because I think it's fun to experiment. And I think this works, again, for people who aren't necessarily digging on, which this is amazing, by the way. It does not dry out your hands at all, which is my favorite aspect of it. We have been places where, we've run out of this and have been forced to use sort of what is in the public realm of, walk up to it and the hand sanitizer comes out. And within just a few uses, my hands are itching and really, really starting to, the skin just doesn't like it. Okay. So this I love because you can use it over and over and over again without that problem. So now I'm trying to think like, okay, well, what else can we do? Right. Let me list for you here a few oils that we have already. You probably have some of these at home right now that you can be adding to that alcohol. I like to add a little aloe vera gel in there. If your hands you have sensitive skin, add a little vitamin E in there. A little bit of something to kind of help, because that's what this has some moisturizer in there as well. So it really helps to sort of support your skin. But let me go over some of these guys, because I think that through these, you could put together some pretty amazing smelling and effective hand sanitizers, right? So we have our Cassia, which is like the sweetest. It smells like cinnamon toast, right? It smells like cinnamon toast. So it's delicious. If you have kids who are kind of not digging cinnamon, because it can be a little, I love cinnamon, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's, for some people, it's a little bit stronger, harsher. I don't know how to describe it. Where the Cassia it's almost like you can smell the butter in it.
Yes.
There's no butter in there.
No butter.
But
there's no butter in there.
It gives that sense, right? So Cassia would be an amazing oil to add and really effective antiviral. So blue tansy, for all you skin ladies out there, skin ladies and gentlemen, you can go with cinnamon bark, right? A little cinnamon bark in there. Eucalyptus, I am all about eucalyptus. Oh, and talk about your hands feeling clean, right? That clean scent. And what a breakaway from these sort of more clove, cinnamon, OnGuard that we're used to. So that sounds really nice. Tea tree oil, again, green mandarin.
Both of those together.
Yes.
I love them together. Eucalyptus and tea tree, so good.
Oh yeah, and they just it gives you that good sense of like, oh, it's clean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, if you're one of those people who associates clean with certain scents, then you're going to feel good about that.
And we do.
Yeah.
We do. As oil people, we're like, this is the clean right here.
Yeah, especially tea tree. I mean, if I smell tea tree, I'm like, oh, we are solid, right? Green mandarin, which I think is really exciting because what a beautiful oil that is. So if you're thinking about something, you don't necessarily, at dinner or something, pulling out your hand sanitizer, a nice crisp citrus smell would be amazing. Black pepper, yum. Clove, which we already know about, right? That's in our OnGuard blend. Lemon and lime. Litsea, and then our workhorses, right? We've got Melissa, oregano, and thyme. So all of those, any of those, you can put in there. Now remember, that doesn't mean that that's all you can put in there. You just want to make sure you include those. So do you know what I'm saying? It's like you could go ahead and put together a beautiful blend of, tree oils with your eucalyptus. But as long as you got the eucalyptus in there, right, your hand sanitizer is going to be amazing and effective and last, right? Not just the alcohol shock, but it's going to last to continue to protect your hands. So I love that. So I kind of think of these as the base oils. And then from there, I can get super creative, right?
Yeah.
We have a gal on our team, Susan, who you guys have probably met in many of our classes, but she has a child who's not a big fan of OnGuard, right? But loves Stronger. And this month, again in August, but in other times, keep your eyes out for those limited availability things, because this is one of those scenarios where it's perfect. She can make her hand sanitizer with the Stronger oil, which is a beautiful blend of oils that are all about supporting our health and immunity, right? But that don't include the harsher, if you will, or the same ingredients as OnGuard. It's a softer blend. Yeah.
Yeah, I love how OnGuard smells, but I also do love the Stronger. It really is, with the Litsea is really forward. So it just gives you like this really uplifting and like kind of cheerful, like it just really just is a wonderful way to do it, a great alternating, back and forth. And that Stronger is terrific in the diffuser as well. So it's really like you can use it for multiple things. You can make stuff with it and you could also, diffuse it. So for sure. And if people prefer the whole gel thing, you can do the alcohol and more aloe vera in kind of like a more lotiony type situation. Yeah. And you can just get any old like dispenser that you had for soap or whatever that has the regular pump and just put it in there. And I mean, it would also look really nice in like a nice pretty pump. Like you could get a nice glass pump and put it like right by the door and put like a cute little, sign that's like clean hands, sanitizing gel, and make your own a big old bottle of it, and then use that on your hands, and then when you're coming and going, you can just go ahead and do that.
That I wish I had my purse right here, and it's in the other room. But so I love Halloween. Okay, I love Halloween, and I love little themed things. I'm nuts for themed things. All right, so
it's coming. Could you use harvest spice in your?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing? Oh my God.
Well, I'm going to tell you about that. But first, I want to share with you. So there are these adorable little hand sanitizer holders that connect to your purse or your backpack or whatever. And they're made by Bath and Body Works. Okay. Now, Bath and Body Works, people love it. I get it. There's don't come for me. However, my family cannot deal with that level of artificial fragrance. Okay. We are very reactive to it, to the point where, like, my husband was with me and I was looking for these little holders, because the thing about it is the little holders are adorable, and you buy these little things. They're called pocket back, little mini hand sanitizers. Okay. They probably have 35 different scents of hand sanitizer. So I know people want more than one scent of hand sanitizer. People go crazy for them. Okay. However, if you look them up on the Environmental Working Group, not good. Okay. Really not good. But what you can do is you can get one, empty it, and make your own. And so that's what I'm doing with my aloe vera gel and my alcohol. And I do put harvest spice in there. You know what else I like in there? Holiday Joy. Ooh. Holiday Joy has so many of the same oils in there that are supportive for, antiviral properties. And it smells amazing. It smells like Christmas cooking, like you're baking cookies or something, right? But it still has that fall, you can really start bringing Holiday Joy out in that Thanksgiving mindset, if you will, right?
Sure.
So, but let me tell you, you can have the cute holders and containers and still be non-toxic. And I love that. I am so excited about it, because while I love my spray, and this is my go-to, like I said, the little lanyard dealy bob, 100% what I use, 99, to throw a few different percentages out, but it is absolutely what I use most of the time. However, look, I'm a person. I want some variety too. And I like the idea of having my cute little holder. It's always there. It stays attached to my purse. And there's some cute ones out there, and I wanted to be able to have them, but I didn't. It was kind of like, oh, that's really cute, but I don't want all that toxic crap. And then I was like, well, why don't I go check it out? I went to the store. I braved it. I went in. I bought some of the little guys, and I'm like, yeah, these are totally empty and refillable. So that's what I'm doing. And it's fun. It's fun with the kids. They like to have different scents and play with it, Now that I have my list of oils that I want to make sure I have as a base, I can go any direction I want. So you could do, by the way, refill these guys. These last forever. Decorate them. Let your kids decorate them, because you can continue to refill this. This is not trash. We've never thrown one of these away. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, please don't throw these away. These are the most wonderful sprayers. Even for household stuff. I get the glass ones, with the sprayers for like my smaller, like my lemon to get drunk. No, those clog. They clog, right?
They clog, or this thingy presses down and won't pop back up.
Yep. This never happens to these. I don't know what
happens.
I mean, doTERRA could just start a whole business with just like sprayers that don't. Whoever makes this sprayer that does not clog and works for years, you guys, is a genius. Okay. I don't know how they do it. I don't know the difference. It looks exactly the same as others, but it never clogs. It's amazing. So yeah, Diane, what kind of before we wrap up here, what kind of hand sanitizer are you thinking that you might want to make?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, that sounds amazing. I would think that also, in terms of like getting kids to use stuff, and they want to make a blend of it, that they would love to, sit there and feel like they're making their own hand sanitizer, and then they feel like empowered, like, yeah, this is my blend. I decided on these oils. And so that just kind of reminds them each time you get that memory hit, because we have that olfactory way that we kind of encode our memories. So now suddenly you've like associated this wonderful sanitizer blend that you created as like, okay, this is my habit. I'm going to use this every time, and I want to smell that every time that I'm, getting all, done with whatever I'm doing, and I'm preparing for, making sure that I'm ready for lunch or ready for this next transition with my sanitizing mist. So yeah, I think that's a great fun thing. And I would definitely put in the harvest spice. So if you have not tried the harvest spice, the Cassia is in there, that beautiful Cassia. And it just smells amazing. And you can even blend the harvest spice with it just has like a slightly, just a different flavor from OnGuard. And it really is intended to be just a wonderful gathering and like warmth and bringing that in, and because spices really are like, they help you feel very restorative, they have that like effect on you emotionally. So that's really nice. A little break, to like an aromatic break as well, that you can have like in the moment. And and it still blends with stuff. Like I put the other day, I put the harvest spice and some balsam fir in my diffuser, and it was amazing together.
That would be great in a hand sanitizer.
Amazing. Yes, and that would be great in hand sanitizer because, so you can sweeten it, or you can make it more like, have that little punch of like herbs and stuff. Or you can make it like more, like with more citrus. You can make it with more like with different, just different stuff. And I'm even like Douglas fir smells like candy. So I mean, like that's a nice like sweet one if you wanted to do like a sweet one, and then just take inspiration from different like diffuser blends, like they and what they have in them. Like Citrus Bliss is always like a food flavor kind of the additive.
And Citrus Bliss would work, right? Citrus Bliss has the lemon in it, it has citruses in it, right, that are going to be supportive. I think that the key is to understand, like, you can go to a store and see 35 different types and versions of hand sanitizer, right? But they're not necessary. I mean, look, I don't know how effective or not effective they are. I can't speak to that. I don't work there. I don't know anything about it. But I did look it up on the environmental working group, and I was bummed. And the reason I looked it up was because I thought, well, I hate to waste it. We should at least just use what's in this little holder. And when that's empty, I'll refill it with my stuff. Because I thought, well, if it's like a B, you know what I mean? Like rate, because they rate like A, B, C, D, then, okay, fine. It's like this much. Yeah, no, it's not. And it was like, oh yeah, no, that's going in the trash. Like, we're not doing that. But you can have all that creativity and fun, but you can do it yourself. And it's not hard. I mean, I'm telling you, it's not hard. You just mix it up. In fact, I should do a video sometime of just like showing you how I'm doing it. Mix it all up. You can let your kids go to town and they can decorate their bottles. You could do it in other types of squeeze bottles, like Diana's saying, pump bottles, whatever. And I think you're so right. They're going to be so much more likely to use it, right? Which is the most important thing. I was reading on the CDC website that, remember, they used to always say like, oh, hand sanitizer does not replace washing your hands, right? And that's true. You need to wash your hands, okay?
You need to wash your hands.
However, if you look on the like for hospital workers, right, portion of the CDC website, they recommend the hand sanitizers, where you're doing your, you're still rubbing your hands together with the hand sanitizer, over washing of hands. Here's why: because of compliance, not because of effect. It's because people are more likely to do it, and so it becomes a habit. It's much easier than, like you said, go find a sink, do the whole thing. Are there paper towels? I hate the little blower deal. How do I, am I going to have to touch the door on the way in and wait, all that stuff, right? Touch the sink, all that stuff. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. So I think with kids, if they got to make their own blend and you were just kind of sure that it included one of those antiviral, and I'll list them in the description box, one of those antiviral oils, they can just go to town from there. You could even
it's a healthy shortcut. It's a shortcut, but it remains healthy. It helps you still eliminate that germiness and to be able to, go on and safely have your snack or safely transition into a different activity at the moment than what you were just doing, know.
And note, as we're closing up here, remember, as long as you have those effective oils in there, you can also take it in an emotional direction and have the use of the oil, have the use of the hand sanitizer, have that added benefit of giving that just one little waft of, oh, there's my adaptive, oh, there's my, vetiver, whatever it is, right? That kind of gives you that sense, because we all kind of have that touch point with our favorite emotional support oil. So keep that in mind. Diana, this was fun. I'm excited to go and make a whole bunch of hand sanitizers.
Oh my gosh, I tell you, you need to share though, because we all want to see.
I can't wait to show you.
Goodies. Yeah. And also we have, I don't think we have the replacement spray bottles at this time for the sanitizer, but we do have those big mist ones. So, that would be good, like like
to
for
clean like an area, a desk.
Yeah, to clean like an area, and also to kind of like have a little fun with it, in terms of like give it to everybody in a little line.
Yeah. Just hose them down. Just hose them down.
Hose them down.
All right, so we will see you guys in the next one. I hope this was helpful. Check out our information below. Be sure to like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. Share and make some stuff. And if you make something, let us know what you make, or let us know what you think you'd like to make. And we will catch you on the next one of these. So, bye-bye.
Bye.